The purpose of this podcast is to educate and inform. It is no substitute for professional care by your doctor or your qualified healthcare professional. Never disregard or delay professional medical advice because of something you've heard on this podcast or in any linked material. Guests who speak on this podcast express their own opinions, experience, and conclusions. Dr. Shirley neither endorses nor opposes any particular opinion discussed on this podcast. The views expressed on this podcast have no relation to those of any academic, hospital, practice, institution, or other entity with which Dr. Shirley may be affiliated.
Welcome to Forever Fab, the podcast on fashion, the art of living, and all things beauty. This podcast is curated by Dr. Shirley Madere, MD, as the definitive source of holistic wellness through beauty.
Welcome to Forever Fab, the podcast dedicated to fashion, the art of living well, and all things beauty. I'm your host, Dr. Shirley Madere, your purveyor of this definitive source of living a beautiful and healthy life. This is the fourth of a special mini-series segment of the 15 Minutes of Fab. I created it for special times like these, and I hope it will help you to navigate the uncertainty that abounds and also help you to take care of yourself and your loved ones. This mini-series is called Prepped and Masked, How to Honor Your Temple in Times of Good Times, and in times of stress. This week's episode marks part 4. And in the first 3 parts, we discussed foundation, nutrition, and self-care. Part 4 discusses taking care of others. So again, welcome to Prepped and Masked, part 4, How to Honor Your Temple in Good Times and in times of stress, caring for others. This is a time for deep gratitude, for health, safety, love, family, friends, home, and so much more. Many of us have numerous reasons to appreciate what and whom we have in our lives. As such, I also believe that this is a time to help take care of those less fortunate. There's a wonderful quote by Maya Angelou, and she stated, "As you grow older, you will discover that you have 2 hands, one for helping yourself and the other for helping others." Now, I don't know if that happens as we age, but I hope that as times continue and we emerge from this global pandemic, that people will realize that there is no particular age, that maybe if we all started to believe that it's our responsibility to help take care of those less fortunate than we are, and we started that earlier in our lives, then maybe the world might be a more peaceful place. So a number of individuals, obviously, as well as companies and corporations have really stepped up to the plate. And because the Forever Fab podcast is about fashion, wellness, beauty, health, I focused, and I want to mention a significant number of such companies that have just taken a huge step forward and are contributing not only to the improvement in the lives of others, but certainly contributing to the cause and helping to make the world a healthier and safer place. According and resources to the cause of eradicating COVID-19 and ameliorating circumstances around the pandemic. And these companies are Alice and Olivia, Armani, Alexis, Baby Fat, Big Bud, Brooks Brothers, Bulgari, Burberry, Canada Goose, the CFDA, or the Council of Fashion Designers of America, Chanel, Christian Siriano, Crocs, Dear Annabelle, Dolce & Gabbana, Gap, Geox, Gucci, Inditex, which is actually the parent company of Zara, Jockey, John Elliott, Jimmy Choo, Kendra Scott, Kenneth Cole, Kering, and the Kering brands include Gucci, Saint Laurent, and Balenciaga. Los Angeles Apparel, LVMH, and LVMH has 75 brands under its umbrella, including fashion, perfumes, wines, and spirits, jewelry, etc. I'm sure aficionados know who they are. Mango, Michael Kors, Moscow, New Balance, Nike, Nordstrom, Otherland, Prada, Pyer Moss or Pure Moss, Ralph Lauren, Saks Fifth Avenue, Skims, Tanya Taylor, Theory, Versace, Vince, Zadig and Voltaire. Additional clothing and accessory houses also creating good include Allbirds, Coach, Cult Gaia, Everlane, Greats, Kate, Loeffler Randall, Loop, Machete, Nessie Swimwear, Rad and Refined, Rails, Reformation, Roberto Coin, Sailor, Susan Alexandra, Thai Jewelry, and Viva Aviva. And coming together to help make the world a healthier and more beautiful place, beauty brands too, not just fashion houses, were some of the first companies to join the fight. And I remember when I read the article that LVMH was spearheading the effort by converting their perfume manufacturing plants to mass-produce hand sanitizer for hospitals. Boy, when everything is said and done and we come out of this situation, I know the brands that I'm going to certainly participate more in and help to support. And one of the purposes of my reading this long list of fashion houses and beauty brands that are contributing to the cause is that in the end, I think it's important to know where our money goes. And it's nice to have pretty things and beautiful things and material things. And believe me, I love pretty things and beautiful things, of course. But there's got to be some sense of connection. And I feel that when these brands actually reach into their coffers to reach out to others, that makes me feel a lot better about spending my money where I do. So the beauty brands, and this is only a partial list, contributing to a safer world at this time include L'Oreal, Estee Lauder, Beiersdorf, which is the parent company of Nivea and Coppertone, MAC Cosmetics, Coty, Unilever, Tan Luxe, Orly, Project Woo, House Laboratories, which I believe is Lady Gaga's product company, Hudson Valley Skincare, The Body Shop, and SoCo Glam. Even the wellness industry has also responded compassionately. And again, it's important for me being consistent with the Forever Fab brand that I talk about fashion houses as well as wellness and beauty brands. So the wellness industry has also responded in kind. And the Global Wellness Institute issued 8 leadership strategies to complement the current initiatives and guidelines that are already in place. And I think that their perspective is important because sometimes you're called to be a leader, and maybe you're called to be a leader in your community or maybe just even in your household. And you may not consider yourself a leader, maybe in traditional terms, but if you really stop and think, we all need to come together as one. And sometimes the best way to do that is to commensurate with people who are going through the same thing that you're going through. And sometimes, believe it or not, that takes leadership. So the Global Wellness Institute issued these 8. Number 1, lead with facts, not fear. Number 2, follow tried and true methods as directed by the World Health Organization and the Centers for Disease Control. Number 3, surface and dispel rumors, seek knowledge and deal with facts. Number 4, don't forget about the human connection. Do what you can to prevent the negative health impact from loneliness while maintaining social distancing. Number 5, get candid about stress. Talk about it with someone empathetic. I mean, these are stressful times, and it does take a courageous person and a strong person. And yes, quality of a leader to be able to talk about that which ails you. Number 6, focus on self-care. Number 7, ask yourself, where else may I be of service? Who else may I serve? And number 8, do make plans for recovery, because I do believe we shall overcome and we shall emerge from this stronger and better. It is tragic that this pandemic has taken lives. It is unfortunate that it has disrupted lives for millions of people. Nevertheless, there is hope, and we must keep faith that we will recover. How may you personally make an impact? So, of course, follow guidelines issued by the World Health Organization, the CDC, and your local government to help mitigate the problem. Stay informed, practice self-care, and help to take care of those in need, whether it's with your time, your energy, or your resources. If your resources include financial ones, please consider giving to these organizations. And again, this is only a partial list of the ones with which I am acutely familiar. Local hospitals, God's Love We Deliver, A Common Thread, the World Health Organization's COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund, Bring Change to Mind, Girls Inc., Million Mask Challenge, Meals on Wheels, City Harvest, Hearts of Gold in New York, No Kid Hungry, Feeding America, the CDC Foundation, the World Health Organization, Heart to Heart International. I conclude by urging you to follow this extended version of the Fab Five. Stay hydrated, stay informed, stay realistically positive, honor your temple, stay nourished, keep exercising both your body and your faith. Be hopeful, be loving, protect yourself, help to protect others. Do your part, take care of yourself, help take care of those in need and those who are less fortunate. Be grateful, be safe, and as always, stay beautiful and well inside and out. You've been listening to Prepped and Masked, How to Honor Your Temple in Good Times and in Times of Stress. This has been part 4, Caring for Others. Thank you for showing me love by showing up to listen to the podcast. And for more information about staying holistically well now and maybe forever, please visit elementsandgraces.com and you can sign up to receive my blog. If you're looking for additional information, then please visit clicklift.com. And on clicklift.com, you may upload photos and upload videos. And you can, after you answer a brief questionnaire, you can let me know about any issues or concerns or questions that you may have. Now, this is it is an online site, and you can do it on the go, on time, anytime, on your time. But please note, there has always been and will continue to be a fee for using this e-consult platform. I am honored to be of service to you. Thank you for listening to this week's Forever Fab podcast episode and 15 minutes of Fab. Until next time, as always, stay beautiful inside and out.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Forever Fab, the podcast on fashion, the art of living, and all things beauty, curated by Dr. Shirley Madere, MD. Live beautifully and help make the world a more beautiful place.